So in light of the recent revelations that have come out about Diddy, I wanted to talk about this documentary right here. The New York Times presents Sin Eater, The Crimes of Anthony Pellicano. This documentary is about a dude named Anthony Pellicano who was a notorious Hollywood fixer. What's a Hollywood fixer? It's a person who cleans up Hollywood celebrities, Hollywood elite, cleans up their messes. What do those messes include? They can be anything from an embarrassing scandal that a celebrity is trying to prevent from getting out, all the way up to straight up crimes. And folks like Anthony Pellicano and other Hollywood fixers get paid copious amounts of money to cover up these stories. I'm gonna play a few clips just so you can actually hear how this guy operated. And while you're watching, I want you to realize just how much celebrities and other Hollywood elite manipulate the media for the media to then manipulate us. This first clip, FYI, are recordings from Anthony Pellicano's conversation with his client.
You can get DNA.
Yeah.
Without his ever knowing.
You investigating him too then as well?
Well, I wasn't going to, but maybe I should.
Can you?
My name in the paper, period, is bad for me.
I need a God to have her have the abortion, and I need her not to fuck with me.
Nowadays, girls, when they're 15, you think are 20. You know, the makeup, it's hard.
I don't know how we can just cut them at the knees.
Well, we've got her apartment staked out right now so she doesn't get away.
Okay, great.
Now, I want to show you this clip of Anthony Pellicano manipulating the media in real time.
Welcome to Larry King Live.
Good evening from Washington. Michael Jackson has been through endless press speculation. Anthony, if you'll get us up to date on this, what's happened? What's your end of the story?
Like I've stated, that I have been involved in an active investigation for the last 2.5 months.
You have told the police that two people were trying to extort money from Michael Jackson in return for kind of a blackmail thing, right?
I haven't had the opportunity to talk to the police yet.
You see how he made sure to say that he had not gone to the police yet? Because he probably never went to the police because there was no extortion plot against Michael Jackson. What you find out later on in the documentary is that Anthony Pellicano twisted the true story in order to spin this fabrication. So of course he made sure to cover his ass and say, yeah, nah, we didn't go to the cops yet. But somehow the story that he went to the cops about extortion was planted in Larry King, big media's head.
The police yet. I really can't comment about my clients. I just can say that this phenomena exists.
All right. In other words, the asking for money in return for not revealing something is not new in your field.
Not at all.
Do you see how he starts to plant the seeds of doubt in the media? First, he says, oh, I can't really get into too much details. How convenient. But what I will say is that folks out there accusing rich, powerful men of wrongdoing in order to shake them down for money, well, that's not an uncommon thing. I don't know if you noticed, but Larry King had a little smirk on his face when he was saying all that stuff. Because it makes me wonder, Larry, did you ever use Pellicano's services? Notice how they describe him as Michael Jackson's security consultant. Back in the day, in 1993, when all this was going down, they didn't tell us that this guy was actually a criminal Hollywood fixer. They told us he was a security consultant, AKA he branded himself as an expert, a security expert. So when he says like, oh yeah, this is a common occurrence, it happens all the time, of course, people watching Larry King are going to take him at face value. It was 1993. There was no internet. What they don't tell you is that after Michael Jackson got arrested, this dude, Anthony Pellicano, made Michael Jackson's driver go to Michael Jackson's house and remove a suitcase and a briefcase from there. That's what they don't tell you. We'll never know what was inside of that suitcase and briefcase. We didn't even know that that suitcase and briefcase existed until this documentary came out freaking 30 years later. Remember the interview of Michael and the two little boys talking about how they shared the same bed and how all of us were weird for thinking that that was weird? Anthony Pellicano orchestrated that interview, which Wade Robson's mom later on the stand in another case testified that she was coerced into doing that interview. I really highly recommend y'all watching this documentary because it goes into so much more detail and really gives you the full picture of just how much our minds are getting fucked with by the media. If you want a part 2, let me know, because there's some other shit I want to talk about, especially that Chris Rock recording. Yes, Chris Rock hired Anthony Pellicano to cover up one of his messes as well. And that phone call, oh my God, let me know if you want part 2.